ever heard of Triassic Park? It's more than just an urban legend, folks. Picture Dr. Robert Juma, a geneticist of renowned acumen. He'd heard the whispers, the rumors, the stories that made Triassic Park a thing of nightmares. Yet he never gave them credence, brushing them off as tall tales. But when his esteemed colleague, Dr. Emma Mbali, vanished in the heart of the Congo, Juma knew he couldn't ignore the whispers any longer. His journey led him to the abandoned ruins of Triassic Park, a place once teeming with life, now a monument to nature's reclamation. The air was heavy with an eerie silence, pierced only by distant, unidentifiable sounds. The overgrown foliage seemed to breathe, hinting at a life force that refused to be extinguished. Juma stepped into the park, his heart echoing the silent rhythm of this forgotten place. Something was definitely alive in there, and Juma could feel it. Nothing could have prepared Juma for the sight that greeted him next. As he ventured deeper into the overgrown park, there was a sudden rustle. He turned his gaze to find a group of raptors, their razor-sharp teeth reflecting the sun's rays. Their eyes, as cold as ice, stared directly at him. His heart pounded in his chest like a tribal drum echoing in the vastness of the African plains. For a moment, time seemed to stand still. But then, as if a switch had been flicked, Juma remembered the tranquilizer gun he carried. His hands, steady as a surgeon's, reached for the weapon. He aimed with precision and fired, the dart finding its mark on the largest raptor. One by one, the raptors fell into a tranquil slumber, their menacing presence replaced by an eerie silence. With the raptors out cold, Juma moved further into the park. His quest was far from over, and danger lurked at every corner. But for now, he had won this round. Within the heart of the park, Juma stumbled upon a hidden laboratory. Enveloped by an eerie silence, the laboratory was a stark contrast to the wild and chaotic nature of the park. The remnants of scientific innovation were scattered all around: test tubes, DNA samples, and the hum of an old computer, which, despite the years, was still operational. As Juma explored the room, his eyes fell on the screen of the humming computer. There, amidst lines of complex code, he discovered a message from his colleague, Dr. Emma Mbali. As he read her words, a chill ran down his spine. The rumors, the urban legends, they were all true. Dr. Mbali's message was a stark revelation. The dinosaurs that roamed Triassic Park were not just products of genetic engineering, they were also being trained, but not by a team of enthusiastic researchers looking to understand prehistoric life. No, these were rogue scientists, playing God, and creating a new breed of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs that were not only genetically superior, but also trained, making them even more lethal than their natural counterparts that once roamed the Earth millions of years ago. Juma's heart pounded in his chest as he read further. The rogue scientists were not just satisfied with their creation, they were ambitious, their sights set on creating something even more terrifying. A new dinosaur, one that would tower over the T-Rex in might and terror. A sense of dread washed over Juma. The implications were terrifying. If these rogue scientists were successful, the entire region, perhaps the whole world, could be in danger. The thought of such powerful creatures, loose in the world, was a nightmare scenario. But with this knowledge, Juma also felt a sense of responsibility. He was, perhaps, the only one who knew the truth, the only one who could stop this from happening. Juma understood the gravity of the situation. He had to stop these rogue scientists. The stakes were high, but failure was not an option. Juma, with newfound determination, left the laboratory. The time for truth was over. It was now time for action. Armed with the truth and a tranquilizer gun, Juma ventured deeper into the park. His heart pounded like a drum, echoing the primal roars that echoed from the shadows. Each step was a dance with danger, a ballet of survival in this forgotten land where time seemed to stand still. He encountered a Stegosaurus, massive plates along its spine catching the sun's rays. It regarded him with a wary eye, but Juma moved calmly, avoiding any sudden actions that might provoke it. Next, he found himself face to face with a Triceratops. He could see the raw power in its muscular form, the sharp horns poised to strike. But again, Juma's steady demeanor and swift actions with his tranquilizer gun kept him safe. Then, a pack of Dilophosaurus, known for their venomous spit, emerged from the underbrush. Quick thinking and quicker reflexes allowed Juma to tranquilize the leader, scattering the rest. Despite the dangers, Juma pressed on, driven by his mission. Finally, Juma stood before a hidden bunker, the voices inside revealing the presence of the rogue scientists. His heart pounded in his chest like a drum heralding the arrival of an epic battle. He knew what he had to do, and he knew the stakes were high. The fate of the Congo, and potentially the world, rested on his shoulders. He pushed open the bunker door with a deep breath, stepping into the dimly lit room. His eyes quickly adjusted to the scene before him. There, in the heart of the bunker, were the rogue scientists, huddled around a large table, their eyes locked on a horrifying sight. A new dinosaur, even more terrifying than the T-Rex, was being bred. The room filled with a deafening silence as Juma's presence registered. The lead scientist, a man with a cold, calculating gaze, turned to face him. His lips curled into a sinister smile as he spoke. "Dr. Juma, we've been expecting you." But Juma was not there for pleasantries. He swiftly pulled out his tranquilizer gun, his aim steady on the lead scientist. "Your game ends here," he declared, his voice echoing in the room. The tranquilizer found its mark, and the lead scientist slumped to the floor. The remaining scientists lunged at Juma, but he was ready. He fended them off, his training as a geneticist not entirely devoid of self-defense skills. His heart pounded, adrenaline fueling his every move. The struggle was short-lived. The authorities, alerted by Juma before his confrontation, stormed the bunker. The rogue scientists were apprehended, their reign of terror brought to an end. Their new creation, the terrifying dinosaur, was neutralized, a chilling reminder of the lengths they were willing to go. Juma had become a hero, saving not just the Congo, but potentially the world from a new breed of dinosaur. His actions served as a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, standing up against the perversion of science for destructive ends. But even as he emerged victorious, the mysteries and dangers of Triassic Park lived on, a chilling reminder of the consequences of playing God.